The crypto winter just got a lot colder. So we're going to talk about the most recent developments and what this means for you. This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel, and I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't construe anything that I mention in this video as financial advice. Always do your own research before doing anything with your money. Okay, so today is November 9th, 2022, and there's a reason why I'm saying that date, because today is a pretty ugly day in the cryptocurrency industry, and it's going to have ramifications. We're going to talk about how this happened, what this means to you, and what you can do about it. Most of you know by now that this crypto winter, as we're calling it, started this spring when Terra Luna blew up and all the cryptos went along with it. And ever since then, the crypto space has been trying to figure out what its future is going to look like. Now, you need to keep in mind that the entire crypto space, all of the cryptocurrencies combined, make up less than $1 trillion. Matter of fact, after today, it's probably around 700 billion. In the financial industry, that is tiny. It's really, really small. And when your market caps are that small, you're easy to push around. So that's why the crypto space has always been much more volatile than the other segments of the financial industry. But now it's going to become even more so. It's going to become even more volatile. So what happened in the last couple of days that caused this current new flush in the cryptocurrency space? Well, again, if you harken back to the spring, when the crypto winter started, a lot of brand name crypto exchanges went out of business. Why? Because people weren't trading that actively anymore. And that's how these firms make their money. When you trade, they make money off of your trading. Well, when that dried up, these firms became insolvent and they disappeared. And it created an awful lot of heartache. A lot of people had their accounts frozen and they couldn't get their cryptocurrencies out anymore. So since that whittling down of the available crypto exchanges, FTX became the new standard bearer in the crypto space. It was considered a kind of stabilizing factor in the crypto space. Everyone thought, well, this little crypto exchange, it might have gone under, but FTX is solid. FTX is there as an anchor in the space. Well, guess what happened in the past couple of days? Okay, FTX, as it turns out, is also insolvent. Let's take a look at a few of the headlines. Sam Bankman-Fried's Emperor Aura makes downfall a crypto stunner. Sam Bankman-Fried, by the way, he's the founder of FTX. FTX.com was seen as a crypto industry leader and a backstop. Some shocked investors found out about this bailout on Twitter. Next headline. Crypto markets extend losses as Binance seen balking at takeover. Okay, so the savior in all this was supposed to be Binance. Binance said, well, we'll take you out, which is a stunning development. But not even they're starting to balk about coming to the rescue for FTX. And then this headline, the Wild West of crypto claims yet another victim. Okay, so those are just a few of the headlines. Trust me, if you don't follow this stuff, right now, the crypto space is going crazy. This is the craziest day in the crypto space since the day when Terra Luna fell out of bed. This is a devastating development. I've been advising people for a long time now to make sure that if you're going to be in cryptos, first of all, you want to have multiple accounts set up at different exchanges. For this very reason, right? If one goes under, you have an option for another one. Another major recommendation, which is even more true today, is that if you have any cryptocurrencies, if you're hell-bent on holding on to a cryptocurrency, don't keep it on an exchange, okay? Because if something like this happens, there's a good chance you're not going to get your cryptos back. They're going to steal your money. It's going to be gone. Right? So never keep your assets on an exchange. Now, you do have to use exchanges to conduct crypto activity, right? But don't keep anything there. You should always keep your cryptos on either an online wallet, like Exodus or Trust Wallet, but better yet, put it on a hard wallet, something you can keep offline completely, okay? But let's talk about whether or not you should be holding or wading into the crypto waters at all. these days. Okay, so I've been sounding the alarm on this market for an awful long time. If you look back here on my channel, the Hey Ed YouTube channel, you see way back here, 8 months ago, I was talking about the probability of a market sell-off. People were criticizing me, saying that it couldn't happen, but I was just looking at the charts, and I was right. And see, all of my predictions here came true. And even back here, I made a video called "This is why Bitcoin is going to 14,000." Okay, so I only bring that up, not to brag or boast or anything. It's just to prove my point that these technicals do work. And I'm pretty good at reading the technicals. Now, I got a lot of grief over my predictions about what's going to happen to the markets in general, and particularly with Bitcoin, but they've been coming true. So let's take a look at what's happening right now to Bitcoin. Okay, so why do I focus in so much on Bitcoin itself? It's because in the crypto space, Bitcoin acts as the gravitational center of it's the sun, all right? It's the center around which all of the other cryptos, perform. Now, just because Bitcoin is going down or up for that matter, it doesn't mean other cryptos have to follow along, but that's what happens. Okay, it drags everything along with it. Just think of it as like a planetary system, okay? There's so much damage has been done to this crypto space, this summer, that what's going to happen here is a lot of these cryptos are not going to be around. They are not going to survive. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so let's start with a longer term chart. This chart shows you the entire lifespan of Bitcoin. And you see way back here, we had that double top, very nasty double top. We had a little attempt at a rally right in here. And then since then, it has settled into this little congestion area right here to the far right. But you can see right here at the far right side, you can see it is now dipping below that very important support level, which was created by this peak way over here. The next support level is this second black line here. Let's take a little closer look. All right, and this is the 1-year chart. This is your textbook version of a descending triangle. See, after all of this damage, you can see it just kind of went sideways here for the past few months, and now it's breaking below that very important support level. Okay, so what's very important for you to bear in mind is one of the key lessons that I give in my trading tricks videos. Because I've got a history on Wall Street as a stockbroker, as a trader, and as a trading instructor. I've instructed many people on how to trade over the years. And one of my primary lessons to everyone is that when you're trading, you're not trading the stock, you're not trading the crypto, you're not trading whatever. You're trading people. Okay, that's why the market is never going to be a rational place, because human beings are emotional creatures. So when you have a vehicle like Bitcoin that is an overarching dominant player in the space, and it is dramatically affected, it's going to affect everything else. Now, remember, the news yesterday wasn't about Bitcoin. It was about FTX, an exchange, right? So what's the first place people went to in order to dump? They dumped Bitcoin, right? Because it is the bellwether in that space. And where Bitcoin goes, everything else goes. All right, so let's take a look at what's happening today in the entire crypto space. Okay, so here we are in the CoinMarketCap site. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is down 11% today. So this is the 1-day chart. All right, so this is the 1-day chart. Let's blow it up a little bit. See, this is what's been happening over the last 24 hours with Bitcoin. Now, you always judge the health of a stock by the quality of their bounces. They had that nasty sell-off, went sideways, put in a little support level right here, but then now it's selling off again. It's accelerating the downside as I'm talking. Right now, look, Bitcoin is already under 17,000. It's well on its way toward that $14,000 level that I predicted. But let's take a longer term look. Okay, so let's blow it up and see what's happening. Okay, so back here in the spring, this is where we had that sell-off, more of a sell-off, sideways move, a pathetic move, another sell-off, a long sideways move during the summer, and now we're selling off again. So Bitcoin just cannot get anything going. All right, so how does this affect the rest of the industry? All right, let's take a look at other tokens. BNB down 17%. FTX, which is the exchange that we're talking about, right? Down 66%. Solana down 45%. Let me pull up a Coinbase here and show you a nice little laundry list. So let's take a look at another list here. This is a 24-hour results of a bunch of cryptos. Bitcoin down 14%. Ethereum down 20%. Ethereum 2 down 21%. What else? BNB down 18%. XRP down 17%. Dogecoin down 20, Polygon down 27%. Look at this. Solana down 41%. Uniswap down 19%. Avalanche down 8%. It just goes on and on and on. Chainlink down 24%. Okay, let's go back to CoinMarketCap. Look at the far right here. Look at the 1-day charts of all them. Look at they all look the same. They're all cookie cutter. Man, look at these, all these cryptos just plummeting down more and more. It just goes on and on and on. Okay, so the nub of it is that the entire crypto space is going through another level of crisis. It was bad enough coming into this day, but now we're at a whole new level of pain, and a lot of people are feeling it. So we should be looking going forward to this. All right. Now remember, it was very recently that a lot of people were making fortunes in the market. If you were thinking about getting into some kind of a crypto token or a crypto project, you might want to think twice. Let things wash out. Now, at some point, I firmly believe that that fortunes are going to be made in this space again, but not yet. And a lot of these tokens that are around today, they're not going to be around at the end of this winter. They're going to be gone. Okay, so instead of trying to be lucky and pick the one that's going to survive, my suggestion, it's not advice. I'm not a financial advisor, right? It's just life advice. Just one friend talking to hopefully a million other friends, out there. Sit back, let the damage happen. Let them come in. Let's see who the winners are going to be. Look, when these things do find a bottom and they start going up again, you're going to have plenty of time to get in. What you're not going to see a V bottom. You're not going to see this thing sell off here, recover, and then go right back up to new highs. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is this damage is going to go on for whatever period of time it needs, and then it's going to need to recover. It's going to need to base for quite a while before it starts its next leg up. So you have plenty of time for that to happen. Okay, so personally, I only own 2 cryptos at the moment. I own Luna. That's a flyer. I've got like $1,000 in it. No big deal. And that guy it's either going to go to zero or one day it's going to be worth $1 million. But it's out of sight, out of mind. This is a tiny position. Maybe I'll add to it at some point in the future. And then I got Ultron. Ultron, I actually have very high hopes for. Ultron, ULX. You might want to, if you want some information about Ultron, shoot me an email and we can talk about it one-on-one. But even Ultron is being sucked down. Just the gravitational pull with what's going on in the market is taking everything down. So even with something like an Ultron or your favorite crypto that you love, it's going to go down. I'm sorry. Could something fight the trend and actually go up? Yeah, it could. Anything could happen, right? But it's facing a headwind. Even the very best, the most high quality crypto project out there right now has to contend with the current market conditions. So this crypto winter just got a lot worse. It's gonna stay bad for an awful long period of time. Now, if you want to trade, that's one thing, right? There might be opportunities for you. But if you're going to be trading cryptos, you better be nimble. But remember, if you're going to be if you're going to be trading cryptos, listen, you don't want to hold any kind of cryptos inside of an exchange for very long, for the reason that we discussed earlier. Okay, if your exchange goes under, like FTX just did, you might be forfeiting all the assets you're holding inside of your cryptos. So it's the same advice that I have for the financial system, right? You should not have your money in the banks, including brokerage firms, and you should not have any assets sitting inside of a crypto exchange, because you could wake up one day and it will be gone. So the takeaway that you should have from this video today is that the entire crypto space today just suffered a very dramatic setback that is going to have long-lasting ramifications, right? And that should affect the way in which you get involved in cryptos. And in my opinion, you should be hands off for a while. Let this washout take place. And it's probably going to take a long time. Move on to other things. Now, I'm in some programs that are actually generating income for me right now. And, I've talked to you about them before, 7K Metals, Novatech. They make money for me every single week, regardless of what the market's doing. If that's what you want, if you want some actual income coming in right now, look toward those programs. And again, I'll have my contact information below. Get a hold of me. So if you don't mind, please give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And more importantly, if you can make a comment down below, let me know what your experience is right now in the crypto space. And let me know what you're doing. I'd really like to hear. Edward Anderson signing out.
Copy that.